Hello, it's Polish Paul VR. Welcome to the channel. I hope you all good and sound and of course playing some awesome PlayStation VR games. And speaking about the games, we're gonna do some PlayStation VR news once again. Today we've got some good news about Alvo, which is one of the most anticipated PlayStation VR games. But also we're gonna talk about huge update that it's coming to Minecraft, and this will carry over to VR version as well. And we will be speaking a bit of budget cuts. So maybe let's just jump into it, and we're gonna start from Alvo. This is, like I said, one of the most anticipated PSVR releases. Plenty of rumors lately been going around. I even read in my comment section that it's gonna be PlayStation 5 only. That's not the case. The developer said they will support it on PlayStation 5 as well, but it will come to PS4, of course. That's what is the original plan for the game. Hopefully on PS5 it looks like, well, once they get their hands on the PS5 development kits, they're gonna just upgrade the graphics and overall game gonna look nicer. Nevertheless, still looks quite nice, I think. But what's happening with Alvo? They've been talking on Discord, and basically they said they pretty much on the final stretch right now. The game is not delayed at all. They just took their time with it because they wanted to give you a very good experience. They said to not to worry, the game will happen, it will release very soon and you'll be able to play it. Like I said, this is like their final steps now. They nearly there, not just yet. Still got few things to work on, but nevertheless they are close. Now, I know this game got announced 3 years ago and many people think it just keep getting delayed, but don't forget, at one point this game got cancelled because the developer kind of ran out of money, they lost their investor, and sadly the game wasn't happening anymore. But they didn't give up on the game, they put up the fight, they managed to find some money, find some fundings, and they are making this game. Now, it does take long time to make, but it takes that long because they want the game to be good. As you can see, the developer put everything into this game. There's probably a lot of blood, sweat and tears going into it. And with smaller indie studios, if they're giving it all, they definitely want you to have good experience, because of course they're gonna want to have their money back, what they spent on the game. There is some stories about PSVR developers remortgaging their houses, living without the life insurance just to make you a game. So remember, this is not a very big studio with, you know, infinite fundings. This is a group of people, very passionate, dedicated players who just want to give you the best first-person shooter possible. So, like I said, it's on final stretch. From what I heard from people who played the beta, the game is playing really good and it's really fun. So it looks like we are up for a treat. There will be 3 different game modes. You'll be able to use move controllers, you'll be able to use DualShock, you'll be able to use aim controller, of course, the way that probably I'm gonna play it. So they doing a lot, you know, to accommodate everyone. 5 versus 5 gameplay, dedicated servers, so there shouldn't be too many connection issues as well. So they trying to do everything right for you, and they trying to give you the best game they can. So even though it took a bit of time, even though they took a bit of break when they could just run out of money, they still pulled together, they made it, and now it's nearly here. So do not worry, it's not delayed, it's still happening. Like they said on Discord, it's gonna be here soon. Okay, anyway, moving on to the next story, and we're gonna talk about Minecraft and its future update. And this update gonna carry on to VR version as well, of course. So Minecon Live was done today, Minecraft Live, I meant to say. A big event when they announced some updates and what's gonna come to game in the future. So you up for a very big treat. They're gonna add some archaeology, so you're gonna like go to the caves, like find some ancient ruins and find some treasures, I suppose. But there will be new tool, which is brush, and that's, you know, just to not damage your goods. Also, the cave system itself is gonna be improved, so the generation of the caves gonna be much better. Basically, you'll be able to even find waterfall in the caves. You're just gonna swim to this cave and go through the waterfall. Think of yourself like Minecraft Indiana Jones. There will be 2 new mobs. One of them gonna be kind of friendly and other one will be reacting to movement, not to sight. So think of it like in horror movies. I don't know, if you play Doctor Who, Edge of Time's Weeping Angels, maybe something like that, so every time you move they probably will spot you. Also there will be cliffs update. They didn't went too much into detail with that one, but basically your cliffs, you're gonna have some friendly mountain goats, some better snow traps, some more spectacular scenery. So this update gonna be very big, and also of course this update will be for free. And if you got Minecraft and you're playing it in VR, like I said, this will carry on to your virtual reality version as well. Sadly, they didn't mention the move controllers, and I don't think it will happen. On PC, originally you can play just with the gamepad to whack things around with your, motion controllers. That requires a mod, and as we know, PlayStation don't support mods. So unless the developers do it, it will never happen. Now, will they do it or not, I don't know. It seems like they've got a lot going on already, but nevertheless, even though if we're not gonna get moves, this new update seems pretty spectacular, seems pretty massive, so it's gonna come next year. They're gonna share more details in the future about release time and everything. So as always, stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I know more, I will let you know straight away, because I know how many of you loves this game, especially in virtual reality. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the next story, and let's speak a bit about budget cuts. So this game went out on the store digitally, it's already out. I live streamed it. I was very surprised by how good it is. It's awesome game. I was kind of expecting puzzle game, but it's a proper stealth game. They've got this very nice teleportation mechanic when you basically chuck in this ball, whatever it is, around, so you can sneak out behind your enemies. It bounces off, it can squeeze through the smallest gaps. You can look before you teleport, so it's got a bit of those Portal vibes. But I know many people, of course, like to collect their games on the disc. Sadly, that's not gonna be me anymore, because I only could get my hands on digital PS5, but never mind, let's leave that in past. All my PS4 collection, all those games, what I gonna do with it now? I don't know, put them in loft. But anyway, so what's happening is with budget codes, the disc version is come out in US today, so you can go to the shop and buy it and own it on the disc. And if you live in Europe, you'll be able to buy it on the disc on October 23rd. This game is very good. I highly advise to pick it up. I really enjoyed it, what I played. I need to play it a bit more, but I'm already loving it. One of the better PSVR releases. Also, the developer said if this game do well on PlayStation VR, then they're gonna port the budget codes too as well. So I'm assuming for now, I think it's doing well. I think quite few people pick it up, so fingers crossed we're gonna get the sequel, because the first one is so good that probably many people gonna want to play more of it. And this release coming, of course, from good old Perp Games. So this is the company what likes to provide us with those disc versions. They released tons of games already. Usually they releasing in Europe first, and then the games come to US, but this time round the games come to US first, and then they're gonna be in Europe. We've got already Onslaught on disc. US gonna get it next week. I think you're gonna get Onslaught on disc. So Perp definitely got a lot of going on, and they seem to not slow down at all. So I wonder what other physical releases they're gonna bring us to our PlayStation VR. Okay, anyway, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like, because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it, bye.